1 year exactly was my last upload on this channel, and I'm really sorry for neglecting it. I know loads of stuff has gone on in my life over this last year, and I'm going to go on about it today. And there's actually a big reason, you'd have seen in the title, as to why I've decided to make a return to this channel today, and it's because I really feel like I need some people to speak to after what's happened today. So we'll go over kind of what's gone on in the last year since I made the video, and then we'll get into more detail about obviously me losing my job today. So about a year ago was when I made the last video on this channel. It was 364 days ago, so you couldn't get closer to a year. And I loved making videos on this channel. It was kind of like an outlet for me to just talk about stuff and like speak to a community, and I really feel like I've neglected it and messed up massively from not posting to this video anymore. But there are a few reasons as to why I haven't done that and haven't been posting to this channel, and that's what I want to talk about today. Oh, fuck me, do I want to say what I want to talk about today anymore? I'm sorry guys, this is why I stopped, because I'm washed. But nah, essentially basically a year ago is when I made the last video on this channel. I ended up moving out of my parents' home for the first ever time, so this is where I still am today, which is why this shit that's happened today is slapping so hard. Like, it is not good. But I moved out of home and I didn't really bring much with me. So like, to record these videos, I obviously needed my big PC. I've got my big Shure SM7B microphone, and I didn't bring any of that with me. The only thing I took with me was my MacBook, and that was a big mistake, was not bringing my setup. But at this new flat that I have now, my bedroom is literally a tiny box room. Like, I share this flat with one of my really good mates. He actually owns it and gives me an unreal deal on the rent, which is great. But I still obviously have to pay. But so I get the really small box room, which I'm fine with. Like, at the end of the day, I try not to spend as much time in my room as possible. Like, I like being outside. I have another job, like a part-time job, that is very outdoorsy. But my main income today was taken away from me. And that wouldn't be that deep, but obviously I've moved out of home, so now I have the issue of how the fuck am I going to pay my rent? Now, I really want to speak on here to people watching this video. I'm sure somebody out there has kind of gone through what I'm going through today before. But yeah, let's bring it back again. Fucking hell, my structure, guys, I'm sorry, this is just a waffle. This is what you get with a waffle. You could go and watch a real cream of the crop, like properly done, a heavy edited video. If you want, go. But if you want the raw of me panicking as I don't know how to say or structure anything because I'm just doing this off the cuff of my head, then stay and we'll just talk and get in the comments and we can fire an actual conversation around this topic. So yeah, it had been going really well, and essentially on the side what I do is I run like a business helping other people grow their social medias. Now, I've done this for absolutely years, and I had one of my best clients. Now, what I want to say is the person and the reasoning for this today was 100% the right decision, which I think when this sort of thing happens to you, you sometimes have to take a step back and be like, have they fucked me over, or have I fucked myself over, or is this just kind of a mutual, yeah, this is the best decision? So I've been working with my main client now for over a year, and things are going great, but the progress probably wasn't what I would like to see and what he would like to see either, in terms of growth and getting views. Now, there's many different factors for this. It's in a very hard niche to actually grow on, and he is really authentic and raw and doesn't want to lie to his audience, because what he talks about is actually a very sensitive topic, and he doesn't want to lie to his audience. Like, basically in the niche he's in, I would say 99% of people are fucking scammers. Like, they are just scammers. They're just literally looking to get people to sign up to this course and then join in. But this guy was different, and that's what I liked about him. However, this was also what would make it really difficult for us to see any growth on his platforms, because he doesn't lie. So instead of being able to clickbait and do different ways of kind of getting people's attention, he didn't want to do that. He just wanted to be really raw and really authentic, almost like how this is, but in his own niche. Now, I have a massive respect for that, like I really do, but in terms of getting an account to grow, it's very difficult to do it in that way. But I was trying to make it work, and I think we kind of got a bit stale. Like, over the last couple months, basically, I wasn't coming up with any great new ideas. He wasn't really putting in the effort that would need to be done in order to get any success on social media, because I think a lot of people are blindsided thinking it'll be easy. Even though he's got a team of editors, people clipping, posting, you still have to put in a lot of effort if you want to see any success in this space, and I don't think he was prepared to do that, which is completely understandable. Like, I think for him, he just wants to help people learn what he's learned. He's not actually interested in being a content creator, but you kind of need to get a content creator head on to get into this space like he wanted to. It is such a tough one. So I've kind of had been working with him over the last year, and it was just good, consistent money that helped me pay my bills. Then today, like every week, we had a catch up, and there's another guy that works on the team. He's an amazing bloke as well. Like, this is the thing, is I don't have a bad thing to say about it, and I think a lot of people would see this title and think there's going to be somebody sat behind this microphone crying about what's happened to them. I'm not going to cry. Let's be realistic. I'm pretty fucked here, but there's no point in crying. Like, only so much can do, and these are good people. I've worked with a lot of fucking dickheads in the past that don't care about you, don't look after you, and would wrong you. These guys never ever did that on his team. They were only ever brilliant. But I got invited to this call today, and I'm kind of thinking, oh, we're just going to be going over like the stuff for the next month, and I would fire some suggestions, he'd fire them back, would go through it. But we kind of got on this call, and it was actually funny because normally I always use my laptop, but today I was just using my iPad, and I'm like trying to set it up and like kind of bantering, and I didn't know what the fuck I had in store coming for me. So anyway, like, would turn the iPad on, fucking connect to this call, and he basically goes like what I said. It's just like, we're getting pretty stale. What we're paying you to do, we feel doesn't need to be a job paid for or done anymore. And I can kind of see it. Well, I can see why they didn't need that. Yes, it fucking sucks. Like, it absolutely sucks. And on the inside as well, I am very stressed about how I'm going to afford to pay my bills. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But I kind of, like, my heart sunk, and I've never actually had this experience of being on a fucking Zoom call and wanting to cry. And then I'm kind of sat there like, well, I can't cry in front of this bloke. Like, that's just going to make me look pathetic. Like, it isn't that deep at the end of the day. Like, we've both done the right things, and we're both kind of in agreement, but I'm still just sad that kind of this cool opportunity I've had over the last year is over. So I'm just sat in this call, just like fucking trying to hold back the tears. And I don't know if I did the right thing, because there's every bit of you that kind of wants to kick the fuck off and turn around to them and be like, well, you didn't do this, and this. You didn't do that. I tried to do. And I was like, there's no point. Like, let's be realistic here. I've not been fucking perfect. They gave me this goal. I haven't achieved what A, I would want to achieve myself doing it, and B, what they were after. Were there different factors as to why this didn't happen? 100%, there always is. Like, no one's ever perfect, so I'm not going to go back crying to them in terms of being like, you're a dick, fuck you. And in the end, we actually had like a really good call. I kind of spoke to him. I was like, mate, I completely understand it. This is kind of brutal. I'm going to put it short. Like, I'm really upset about it, but these things happen. Like, you guys need to do what's best for your side, and I can completely see that. And then we kind of just got talking, and this is where I want to go. Like, there's when shit like this happens to you in life, and I'm a true believer of this. Like, there is, you've got, like, right now a new door has just opened in front of you, and you have these options. I can either go crying like a little bitch and just be like, oh, the fucking whole world's against me. Yes, paying my bills next month's going to be fucking tight. So what? If I have to eat fucking pot noodles for all month, that's fine. I'll do that. Worst case scenario, I get, like, me and my parents, I'm cushy, I'm lucky. This 100% what I'm saying right now would definitely be different for people that probably aren't in the opportunity of me, where I can go back home. Like, that is an option if I need to. Ideally, I wouldn't want to, and it would be tough. Like, it would be a tough pill to take after you've moved out for a year. It's kind of like, well, you failed, you're coming back home. I wouldn't look at it like that. I fucking love my family, so that's all sound. But it would be a tough pill to take. And I get, if people weren't in their situation where it was kind of like, I'll be homeless, I can completely see why you'd be panicking more than me and having the mentality that I've now got of, well, I've got to seize this new open door, would be 100% different, because there is so much riding on it. If you had kids, this sort of stuff would be much stressful. I'm not trying to say for everyone in this situation you're able to deal with it the way I am. I'm saying if you're similar to my age, you're in your early 20s, you're teenagers, you've moved out, you're just moving out, something's gone wrong, because shit's bound to go wrong. Like, let's be realistic. If you had a fucking smooth sailing life, if you've had every single thing handed to you, you are not going to be the best character you could be. You need these times of challenges to actually push yourself, and that's what I want to do. I've decided, I had gotten fucking lazy. I was cushy. I was just absolutely cruising. Like, this work I was doing, I was getting everything they had requested done, but it didn't take very long at all to do what I was doing. And so I was kind of just chilling in my day. I wasn't pushing myself. I wasn't striding myself further. And I feel like this has just opened up an opportunity where now I'm going to be able to absolutely go gung-ho. I'm going to focus on this channel. I've neglected it for so long, but this is 100% my favourite channel I've ever done. And I've run a lot of channels, but this one is the only one I've ever actually felt a connection with and an audience. And I can't believe I let it sit here and rot for the last year, and now there might be nobody watching this. Like, the funniest thing is I'm sat here in my bedroom right now speaking to just me, a microphone, and I'm staring at the audio waves. And the power of this platform is there could be one person sat the other side on their screen listening to me right now. There could be 10 million people that end up watching this video and listening to these words. I don't know, it's like a gamble, and I'm feeling that addiction back, because I'm in a worse situation than I was when I woke up this morning. Like, let's be frank. And now I need to unlock new codes. I don't know, it's so weird how fucked I am, makes me so excited. Like, it's going to be a tough next couple of months, but I can just fully lock in now. I've got that kind of kick up the arse that I needed in order to progress my life on and actually achieve what I needed. So the biggest message I could say to you guys today, if any of you out there have ever lost your jobs or anything like this has happened, and you don't have kids, you don't have a house to completely pay for, you could move back with family, friends, whatever, you have an opportunity when bad shit happens to look at it in two ways. You can either quiver, break down, be like, the world's against me, or you can just send it. And I would highly encourage you to send it. And the thing is I'm going to be keeping you guys updated on here over the next few months of everything that's going on. And you might see a video up here in a couple of weeks saying I've had to move back home. So what? But all I will promise you now is I am about to lock in and give everything, every single thing I've got, everything I've learned in these last few years, and dedicate it to trying to be somewhat successful in these next few months, because it's going to be tough, but I will do it. And if you are still here at the end of this horrible run, I appreciate you so much, because I don't know how you've done it, because I suck and me speaking is almost pointless. But if anyone out there has any thoughts on this, like what they would do if this had happened to them, just fire them in the comments. And if anyone's struggling, I have a Twitter, I'll put it in the description. Shoot me a DM on there, and I'm more than happy to speak to anyone of my amazing audience. But yeah, guys, you've been great. I have been Knobo, and I will be speaking to you soon.